So there is a paradigm of working that we will all be familiar with. Work hard to get more, push, struggle, hustle, overachieve, strive. This works, right? This works. You can achieve amazing things from that place. And then comes the cost. The cost, right? For some of us, that is burnout. For some of us, it is a health diagnosis. And we learn sometimes the hard way that the systems that we operate in are not set up for us to be healthy and thriving. Like, if you think about the natural place of how we are meant to live, being inside all day long, not being out in nature, not being connected to ourselves, not working with the seasons, not working with our natural rhythms, like, none of it is set up for health. And so then there is this shift into, I'm going to look after myself. I'm not going to push. I'm not going to hustle. I'm not going to try and prove my worth. But if the underlying is still that belief of, I need to be a certain way, I need to work in a certain way, then you're always going to be fighting this internal battle of, I don't want to push myself anymore. I don't want to override. I don't want to hustle. Versus, but if I'm going to have what I want, that's the only way. And so breaking through into a new paradigm, one where you are taking amazing care of yourself, you are working within your capacity, right, is so important, especially when it comes to growing a business. Now, most of you will have had corporate jobs at some point, right? And in that corporate job, you know, you start a new job and you're like, I'm going to do this thing differently. I'm going to have different boundaries. I'm really going to take care of myself. And then you go and you're like, oh, I'm just going to work a bit extra hard because I just need to prove myself. Like, I'm new in this team. I want them to think I'm good. I'm just going to prove myself. So then you never learn, you never develop, you never build that muscle of learning how little you can actually do to get things done. And there's all of this rhetoric, all of this noise out there that looks like, do more, be more, show up more, do all of these different things, no matter the cost, in order to build your business. And Wealthy Witches exists to disrupt this paradigm, right? I don't work more than 4 hours a day, and part of that is because if I do, I override my capacity. My body says no, right? Many of my clients, they've got young kids, they've got health diagnoses, they've got all of these things that they're working around. And they have this huge mission that wants to come through them. And if you are going to bring the huge mission that wants to come through you to the forefront when you are connected into your body, when you listen to your body, when your body is like, hell no, am I going to do it in that way? You have to create the felt sense of safety in your body to do it in the way that works for you. Wealthy Witches Soul Expansion is one of the only masterminds where there is a huge focus on you and your health and taking care of yourself and doing things your way. So we have the witchy, we have the rituals, we have all of the magic in there, but ultimately all of that is pointless if you aren't in a space where you're like, this is who I am, this is how I'm going to take care of myself, this is how I'm going to work, and I'm going to ignore all of the noise out there because I came here to shift those systems and disrupt the paradigm. And so we start off with this new paradigm. Like, this is module 1, or part of module 1 in the portal. This new paradigm of deeply working from a place that matches you and your energy levels and everything that you need in order to bring your mission through without sacrificing yourself. Because once we start to listen to our bodies will not let us override what we need. And it's like, can you meet yourself where you are, but also not put off building the business because of a health condition, because of young kids, because of all these different reasons, because society tells you you can't do both, right? Or you can't do both well, whereas the new paradigm, the Wealthy Witches paradigm, is going to show you that you can. And then the ripples of that mean that you are going to be able to show other people what is possible. But that change has to start with you. And so if you are feeling drawn, you know there is this mission that wants to come through you, you know there's ways of working that you want to do, that you know that you have like real like depth work to share in the world, and you have this underlying belief of, I'm going to have to sacrifice myself to do it. I don't want to have to work that hard. I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to do that and the other. My invitation to you is go and look at the sales page. Go and look at the sales page and see what happens. See if it calls you in. And if it does, reach out and let's have a conversation about how this disruptive space can support you to build your business without it sacrificing anything that is important to you.